What's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to be going through how I trade futures pre-market. So, if you don't have a lot of time to trade during the day, you're only available pre-market to trade futures, I'm going to show you all what strategies I like to use here and how I manage them. But before we get started, be sure you subscribe to my channel, click that thumbs up button, and click that bell icon so you do not miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Let's get right into this. First off, you want to have ES and SPY pulled up. Keep in mind, I do trade futures pre-market using Apex Trader Funding. I'll leave the link in the description if you're looking for funded accounts. Or you can trade this using your own capital, whether it be on Thinkorswim, which is what these charts are here, or whatever platform you do use. I only trade futures with funded accounts. I trade options using my own capital. Let's get right into this. First off, let's talk about a trade that I took this morning pre-market. I think that's the best way to kind of give you an idea of what I look for. So I'm just going to zoom in on ES here. So this is a trade, one of the trades I took pre-market. Come down to this 3,900, which is that whole, that nice solid number, whole number, which has acted as a nice support in the past or resistance. I like to keep it simple pre-market. I like to trade support and resistance, simple retests, entries off higher lows or lower highs. Depends which way you're trading. Now, let's take a closer look at this. I just kind of want to give you an idea of what I was looking for here. We come up. We didn't have a huge increase in selling volume here. Volume pre-market is lower than when the market's open, obviously, but wasn't a huge increase in selling volume. I really liked that 3,900. I went long right at it and took the move back up. A nice scalp. I do prefer to scalp pre-market. That's just what works for me. If you want to hold longer, just be sure you're adjusting your stop loss. For example, so if we took this 3,900 bounce, we move up. If my first trim's around that 2 to 3 point area, immediately after I trim, I'm going to move my stop loss up to my entry point. That way, if we drop down, I'm not giving back any of my profits that I've already locked in. Next trim, we push up 2, 3 more points, I take more off. I'm going to bring my stop loss on up into profits. That way, when it drops down, even with my runners, I'm still locking in profits. Let's kind of give you an idea of how I handled that. Now let's talk about the trade that I didn't take because I was already at my limit for pre-market. I try not to take more than 2 trades during pre-market. Keeps me from over trading and giving back profits. That's just a personal rule I keep. As you can see here, we broke down. We fell that 3,900. Okay, had a nice red candle down past it. So when we have these big moves like this, as you can see here, what happens, we get orders left unfilled at that level. And probably 8 times out of 10, what'll happen, we'll come back up and retest that area. And that's the ideal entry for a short position. You don't want to chase shorts on this. You do not want to try to go short on a big red candle like this one here. You want to wait on it to pull back, and you want to enter short off that retest. My stop loss on this trade would have been right above this candle here, that 3,901. First trim would have been back down here, close to this 9 EMA. So when I take these rejects, I like to trim close to my first indicator, which typically is at 9 EMA, and that's how I would have handled that trade. And also, another thing we can look at here is that's potentially a lower high. So if we're entering a downtrend, that's what you want to look for. You want to enter a downtrend for puts or going short, we're trading futures. You want to enter off of a lower high, and that's what you see here. That was kind of my thought process. Another thing I really, really liked about this, you're probably wondering, why do you have SPY up? Why do you have SPY up when you're trading the futures? I like to, kind of use them to trade each other. And it adds to probability when I see a nice setup and it confirms on SPY as well. Like right here, the VWAP was right here at this reject area that we took on ES, pre-market trading futures. The VWAP was here on SPY, 20 EMA as well. That just added to the probability for me, making it a really good setup. People from my Instagram Live did make money off this. It did really well. Got a lot of good feedback this morning for sure. I'm going to try to make this into a series on futures trading. I see a lot of people getting into it. It's becoming big, really big. So stick around if you're interested in that. I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you next time.